Oh, Ruin comes out tomorrow, and I'm excited for Ruin. But what I'm not excited for is the comments I know I'm gonna get. I know. That I'm going to get so many people commenting on the 10 words or less videos telling me Ruin is out. Ruin is out. Ruin is out. I know. No one needs to tell me. They're going to anyway. This isn't going to change anything. But I'm just saying that I am terrified of the armada of comments I'm going to get. And don't worry. I'm probably going to make one. You don't need to tell me. I know. I might wait for the FNAF movie to come out so that I can cover both Ruin and the movie characters in one video. Just to save myself a little time. But I'm just saying, please, if you can help it, don't tell me about Ruin and that I need to do 10 words or less, because I know. And if you happen to see anyone else saying it, tell them, whoa, wait. No, he's going to. Just be patient. Happy Ruin, though, let's not be too negative. I'm excited for Ruin itself. I'm just worried about the people. What do you think? What do you think's going to happen in Ruin? I don't know. I think Cassie is going to kill Burntrap. I think Burntrap is going to come back, or the Mimic. I think the Mimic is going to come back. And I think that Cassie is going to have to fight the Mimic. But I don't think the Mimic will be the final boss. I think the Mimic... What do you think? You know that weird glitchy rabbit bunny thingy that was at the end of the trailer? Do you think that's the Mimic? Or do you think that's something else? I think that's the Mimic, but like upgraded. I don't know how it's going to reach that point, but that's just how I feel. What about the Blob, huh? The Blob... I don't really know how the Blob is going to play into this. Me and I'm sure some of you know Mal. We have a little theory that we came up with a little while ago, because the Blob is sort of random, right? The Blob just kind of shows up with no rhyme or reason. It's just like fan service, the design, but bad. Check out this ball, by the way. It's like a bouncy ball, but it has like pink glitter, and then if you shake it around, like all good and stuff, then it's like it's kind of like a snow globe. It doesn't look very good on the camera, but it's very twinkly. Anyway, yeah, me and Mel had a theory about the Blob. Pretty much, we think that the Blob is made of... Do you know in Rockstar Row, there's like the exhibits? It's got all the FNAF 1 like animatronic parts, some posters and drawings and stuff. And if you look in Rockstar Row, you can see parts of Freddy and you can see parts of Foxy, but you cannot see parts of Bonnie and Chica. Now, look at the Blob. The Blob doesn't have any like FNAF 1 Bonnie or Freddy or Foxy, but it does have Bonnie and Chica on it. So, what I propose is that perhaps there is Remnant or Agony or whatever FNAF buzzword you want to use, because God knows there's enough of them. There's all that crap bundled up inside it still, and it basically just like came together. I don't know. Maybe it came together, maybe Vanny put it together, maybe she didn't, maybe it just did it by itself. But I think that it's an agony beast. That's what I'm saying. As opposed to it being like, oh, look, The souls were never free. The souls are back again, or the remnant was never. I don't know, man. It's confusing, but that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. So that's cool. But I'm wondering where the blob will even come in, if at all. Because it does, even with that explanation that makes me think it's not quite as bad as it could be, it's still a little shoehorned in, you have to admit. So it would be a bit weird if they put it in there at the end of Security Breach and then just never brought it back. That would be a bit odd. So I feel like the blob has to come back, but I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, you know what? I did just remember. DJ Music Man. That would be really funny if he came back as like a ruined version of himself. He has like missing teeth or something. What else? What else could there be? Cassie, yeah, what about... So, Cassie, we kind of understand that Cassie sort of is... Because the Princess Quest, the arcade game, the little sprite is called Cassidy. So maybe that's relevant? It's so weird. FNAF has a funny thing with giving characters the same name. You've got like more than one Michael, because there's Michael Afton and there's Michael Help Wanted, which is presumably a different person. And then you've got Cassidy, Golden Freddy Cassidy, and then you've got this new random kid called Cassie. So it's a bit like, So the Princess Quest is like... Is Princess Quest, is that about Cassie? Is that foreshadowing? Or is that Cassidy? Because what I thought is that was Cassidy, Golden Freddy, the spirit that hasn't moved on, because why would it? It's like the most angry one. And it's sort of because you do the Princess Quest to save Vanessa. And I thought that it was the soul Cassidy sort of freeing Vanny of it, the glitch trap mind control curse. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how anything works in FNAF anymore. But you can see what I'm thinking, right? Yeah, that was the other thing as well. The big locked door at the end of Princess Quest 3. It's the same door. You know Help Wanted when you do the glitch trap ending. And there's the one where he's behind like a locked door and he looks through the keyhole. That door is in Princess Quest. And you are literally looking at it from the other side as Cassidy. Like, in Help Wanted, right, here, you can see from my perspective, Help Wanted, you're doing the ending, right, the keyhole is there. You see my hand? No. Keyhole is there. Yeah, you see my hand? Keyhole is there. Then when you're playing Princess Quest, the keyhole is there. Yeah, keyhole is there. So, you're on the other side, you open the door, you're letting Vanny out. You're freeing Vanessa, whatever. But then it's like, now the new kid is called Cassie, so is that right? Is that wrong? Does Cassie free Vanny? It's interesting, because we haven't seen any signs of Vanny in, or Vanny herself. We do have her mask. I don't know if anyone caught that in the trailer, but there's this quick moment where you put on a mask, and it is Vanny's mask, that when it has like the weird vision. But no signs of Vanessa herself. So she's probably still there. I think of all the major characters that were in Security Breach, I think the only ones that won't return in Ruin is like the little wind-up man in the vents, wind-up music man. I think he's the only thing that has a 100% chance of not returning. I don't think it's that likely that DJ Music Man will be back, but I would like him to be because it would be funny and no other reason at all. Um, we saw that the endoskeletons would be back. I'm pretty sure that you do see them in the trailer. So, oh, Mantbot isn't there. He's also not there. But yeah, Blob, I reckon, kind of has to come back because he just showed up. Right, it would be a bit weird if he just stopped there. Same thing with the Mimic, but the Mimic makes more sense to come back than the Blob, I think. Vanessa, I think she's somewhere. Vanessa has got to be somewhere. And then, of course, the four main glam rocks will obviously be there. Oh. Yeah, and the other interesting thing is, do you think that the Mimic is pretending to be Gregory? Like, calling Vanny for help. Do you think that there'll be a twist where it's the Mimic pretending to be Gregory? See, a lot of people think that there is, and it does make sense. But at the same time, I don't really know. That's about all there is that I can think of. Not much else comes to mind in terms of ruin predictions. In terms of the ending, though, I reckon that the Mimic will probably be defeated for good, but only probably because, you know, he always comes back and his Mimic is meant to be like Afton, but again, and, you know, no, you know what, I take that back. I don't think the Mimic will be defeated for good because the franchise, I don't see the FNAF dying anytime soon, and Mimic is our new Springtrap. So he's probably going to be doing something. Still, it'll probably be like a fake out, like you think you've beaten him, but then he comes back. It's like, oh no, he was fine. I do reckon that Vanny will be free. That I'm guessing. I'm not gonna be certain in my predictions. This is just like I think that will happen, and I think that Vanessa will be freed from the mind control. And if I had to take a real shot in the dark, I'd say that if there was another major FNAF title that comes out after Security Breach, I would guess that you would be playing as Vanessa this time around, as opposed to random homeless children. Yeah, I think that the Mimic will probably be survive because FNAF, and I reckon Vanny will probably be freed from Glitch Trap. And you might play as her in the next game. Maybe there may, you know, whatever the plot may be. Maybe the Mimic has you know, killed more people. Maybe there's another Freddy Fazbear location that the Mimic is hiding in, something like that. And for one reason or another, Vanessa is trying to find and stop the Mimic. Sort of like Michael Afton 2, in a way, when you think about it. It's like Michael was sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not really tricked, but used, I suppose. But, you know, Michael and Afton, you know, Afton got that's what I mean. That Afton got Michael roped into the whole tragedy shenanigans with the, you know, going down to sister location and coming out a literal corpse. And so Michael is like, damn, that sucks. I'm gonna go stop him. I'm gonna go stop my evil father. And then it's the same thing with Annie. She got roped into all the tragedy stuff by Glitch Trap, and then potentially she'll be freed, and then she'll be like, damn, that sucks. I'm gonna go stop that evil Mimic. That's just what I think, though. No, It'd be crazy if I'm right, then please come back to this video and start spreading it like wildfire. But I doubt it. I don't suppose I'll be too correct. But yeah, that is a video on Ruin. I don't see myself playing it. I'm gonna watch me and my friend. I'm gonna watch him play it in VC, and we're gonna do it together. And this is not like a dig at Security Breach. This is not me saying that it's a bad game, right? But what I am saying is that me personally, I'm not a massive fan of stealth games. I'm more running. I'm more out in the open. I'm more not hiding and waiting. So it's just not my thing. So I don't know if I'm going to do a video playing it. I probably won't. So here's my prediction video. But yeah, that is a video on Ruin that I decided to make just a day prior. Perhaps I'll do a follow-up video to this, sharing my thoughts on Ruin. I think that could be good. That could be good to do. But yeah. There you go. Those are my predictions on Ruin. And I still don't do outros. See ya!